Hello everyone. Welcome to the Syed School. Today, we will learn about Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, Amazon VPC. What is VPC? A VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, is like your own private network in the AWS cloud. It lets you launch your AWS resources, like servers and databases, into a network that you control, similar to how you might have your own network in your office or home. This gives you control over things like IP addresses, subnets, and network gateways. Are EC2 instances launched in VPC? Yes, EC2 instances are launched within a VPC. It's a fundamental aspect of how AWS works. When you launch an EC2 instance, you must specify which VPC it will reside in. This is true whether you're using a default VPC or one you've created yourself. The VPC defines the network environment for your instance, including its IP address, subnet, and network access controls. Types of VPC. Default VPC. When you create a new AWS account, a default VPC is automatically created for you in each AWS region. It's pre-configured with an internet gateway, allowing instances launched in it to connect to the internet. It's a good starting point, but often you'll want more control. Non-default VPC, or custom VPC. These are VPCs that you create yourself. You have complete control over their configuration, including the IP address ranges, subnets, route tables, and internet gateways. You create these when you need more customization and isolation than the default VPC provides. This is the type you'll use for more complex or secure applications. Within a default VPC, default public subnets are pre-configured to allow internet access. Instances launched within these subnets can communicate with the internet. This communication is facilitated by an internet gateway, which serves as the connection point between the VPC and the external internet. Routing within the VPC, both for traffic destined for the internet and for traffic staying within the VPC, is handled by route tables. These route tables contain rules that determine where network traffic should be directed. Implicit router is not a physical router. It's a conceptual idea, not a real hardware component. AWS networking, including routing, is virtualized. This means it's implemented in software and managed by AWS, not through physical hardware that you directly interact with. What is included in a default VPC? The default VPC comes with a pre-configured setup designed to get you started quickly with AWS. Here's what it includes. A predefined CIDR block. This is a range of IP addresses that your resources can use. It's typically large enough for many common use cases. A single subnet in each availability zone. Availability zones are distinct locations within a region. The default VPC creates a subnet in each of these zones, allowing you to distribute your resources for high availability. An internet gateway. This is a connection to the public internet, allowing your instances in the default VPC to communicate with the outside world. A default route table. This table defines how network traffic is directed in the default VPC. It's configured to route traffic destined for the internet through the internet gateway. A default network ACL, network access control lists, ACLs, act as a firewall at the subnet level. The default network ACL allows all inbound and outbound traffic by default. A default security group. Security groups act as a firewall at the instance level. Security group initially allows all outbound traffic and allows all traffic between instances assigned to the same security group. However, it denies all inbound traffic from sources outside the security group,